Nashville is helping to lead the way in getting this conversation right.
The Mid-State gets high praise from President Obama for being a welcoming city for immigrant populations.
The commander-in-chief left Nashville just about 20 minutes ago. He spent around 4 hours here in town, and while he was here, all eyes were on Music City.
Yes, and also during his visit, he defended last month's controversial executive action on immigration.
News Channel 5's Jason Lamb joins us live tonight from Casa Azafran, the Immigrant Community Center where the president spoke today. Jason.
Oh, that's right, and we're now hearing some response from the president's comments today. His executive action would extend deportation protection to 5 million more immigrants here in the U.S. illegally. Here's some of what the president had to say today.
Now, I still believe that the best way to solve this system is by working together to pass the kind of common sense law that was passed in the Senate. But until then, there are actions that I have the legal authority to take that will help make our immigration system smarter and fairer.
President Obama continued his defense of his executive action while at the same time pushing for Congress to pass comprehensive immigration reform, specifically mentioning Nashville's quickly growing immigration population. He held a Q&A session after his remarks to talk more about his plan. President Obama's executive action order mostly applies to immigrants who've been in the U.S. for 5 years and whose kids are citizens or have green cards. It allows them to apply for 3 years of protection from deportation. But we spoke with the Tennessee Republican Party chair today who says the president should not be taking action like this on his own.
But I think the bottom line is Tennesseans are upset with the president because they really think that he is usurping Congress and the way that he's acting. We really want him to work with Congress and really kind of follow the law in terms of trying to find a comprehensive way to deal with immigration.
After the event today, the president made a surprise stop at La Hacienda Mexican restaurant just down the street where he ordered tacos before his trip back to Washington on Air Force One. For now, reporting live in South Nashville tonight, Jason Lamb, News Channel 5 HD.
Thanks, Jason. Hundreds gathered outside Casa Azafran to both protest or cheer for President Obama. The crowd grew as the day went on. Many came holding signs and others chanted. The crowd lined up across the street from Casa Azafran. There were groups concerned about multiple issues, including immigration reform and race relations in connection to Ferguson, Missouri, while some participants were there to support the president.
We just want our voices heard is basically it. You know, we're not going to get in there and we'll watch the speech later, but he's an excellent speaker and I support everything he's trying to do.
Mayor Carl Dean met the president at the airport today and was there for his speech at Casa Azafran.
His Office of New Americans also hosted a watch party downtown.
Yeah, that was held at the Howard Office Building. News Channel 5's Jonquil Newland is live there tonight. Jonquil.
Good evening. Mayor Carl Dean's Office of New Americans hosted this afternoon's watch party, and dozens showed up to listen and watch the president speak about immigration reform. We have some video we'd like to show you of that as well. Now, the crowd here was very diverse, many being prime examples of what the president spoke about, immigrants who are now active and contributing members to society. Understandably, the crowd here was very excited and supportive of the president's remarks. Throughout his speech, many cheered, applauded, and even laughed at the president's lighthearted jokes. But his message to Congress to pass a reform bill was heard loud and clear.
And I urge the Congress and everyone who is a decision maker to work with the president.
To make sure that this is a place where you can have a dream and you can achieve your dream as long as you work hard for your dream.
Now, there are as many as 50,000 undocumented immigrants in Davidson County alone. And as those who asked the president some questions earlier this afternoon, many fear being deported if they come forward. For now, live outside the Howard Office Building, I'm Jonquil Newland, News Channel 5 HD.
Jonquil, thanks. When the president arrived today, you may have noticed this, Tennessee Congressman Jim Cooper from here in Nashville, as well as Congressman Steve Cohen from Memphis, rode on Air Force One with him here to Nashville. Cooper, who is a Democrat, has been very outspoken about the need for Congress to make a move on immigration reform. He released this statement today saying, quote, "The U.S. Senate, including Senators Corker and Alexander, voted overwhelmingly to do what the president outlined today. House Republicans, though, have refused to consider the Senate bill. But they have 3 more days to allow an up or down vote where it would pass with a large majority. Our community supports the goal of integrating immigrants into the wider community. We are a model for the country," end quote. And you can find a recap of the president's speech and a complete wrap-up of his time in Nashville anytime online. Be sure to check out newschannel5.com.